Hello everyone, welcome to my show The Middleman, and you are watching Nandon TV. To discuss about the reverse mortgage, today I have invited Sandy Haddock with us to know more about reverse mortgage. Viewers, here Sandy Haddock. Hello Sandy, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have you today. Sandy, my first question to you, what is reverse mortgage and why they call it reverse mortgage?
So a reverse mortgage is actually not a new option for a lot of homeowners. Reverse mortgages have been around for 30 years, and similar to a traditional mortgage, a reverse mortgage is a loan homeowners can take on their homes where they can unlock up to 55% of their home's equity in tax-free cash. That money they can do with as they like. They can pay down debt, they can use it for investment purposes, or certainly they can gift it to their children. So a reverse mortgage, the main difference is that no payments are required. Our bank does not require any monthly payments, so it becomes a very attractive option to Canadians over the age of 55 who are looking to slow down or perhaps retire, and really to lower their monthly expenses.
Okay, so the reverse mortgage is for those who are 55 and over.
Yes.
Right? But how does it benefit those who wants the reverse mortgage, especially the retirees?
So if you think about retirees, oftentimes we see clients living on CPP, sometimes there's pension income, but they're fixed on a fixed budget. They're living on a fixed budget. So a reverse mortgage comes in and is able to pay out their existing mortgage, for example, and so that monthly payment that they were used to paying for their regular mortgage now becomes cash flow. So a couple who's retiring, who did everything right, but what we're seeing with home prices today, it's unfeasible to pay off that mortgage when Canadian salaries haven't kept pace with the rise in real estate values. So when someone wants to retire and they don't necessarily want to move away from their family, the neighborhoods that they love, it's a great option because now they can stay in the home that they love, maintain the lifestyle that they want, and all they're doing is opting to not make that mortgage payment. So we at Home Equity Bank come in, we pay out their existing mortgage, we unlock up to 55% of their home's value in tax-free cash, and that payment is optional. If they want to continue to pay it, they can, but the majority of our clients choose to not make that payment.
So what you were saying that there's a lot of emotional factors here when somebody retires and the house is paid off. The children grown up in this house, they don't want to sell the house, they don't want to leave the house, but they want to use the equity of the house for the rest of the retirement life. That means that's getting a freedom of financial matters and take control of their life.
Absolutely. I mean, a home is more than just brick and stone. It's really the heartbeat of the family. And so when a family decides, to sell the home, it's a big financial decision, but it's important because of the emotional attachment. And so coming out of COVID, we really learned that families want to stay in place. Our clients want to age in place. The idea that we were discussing earlier about moving out of the city, selling your home and moving out of the city, isn't really financially beneficial to families. So to keep the home is actually more lucrative for them because they're able to forgo the monthly payment, to stay in the neighborhoods they love. They can keep shopping in the neighborhood and seeing the regular butcher and have families and friends around them and live the retirement they want without sacrificing. So they no longer have to make that difficult choice. Do I want to pay my monthly bills or do I want to keep that home? Now with us, they're able to make that decision and stay home and do everything they possibly wanted.
But Sandy, the question comes that why they have the option after mortgage-free life, paying off the mortgage, when the mortgage-free life that they have, why they will take reverse mortgage over home equity line of credit?
Well, it's a very good question. Thank you for asking. So the most important question is cash flow. So we've discussed it several times where families are struggling to pay their regular bills. If you're struggling to pay your regular bills when you have a regular paycheck coming in, how do you do it when you're deciding to retire? So sometimes people can't afford to retire because they can't forgo that monthly income. But if health concerns arise or they really want a lifestyle change, then what do? Then you're forced to either sell your home, move away from the area that you love. And so with a reverse mortgage, you can opt to not make those monthly mortgage payments, stay in the house that you love, and maintain ownership of that home. So it's important for our clients to understand that when you're taking out a reverse mortgage, it's your home and you stay in that home as long as you want. All you're doing is forgoing that monthly payment.
So when somebody retired, they don't have any more income except Canada Pension Plan or old age security. So is that reverse mortgage require income to qualify just like equity line of credit?
Absolutely not. So we qualify based on the client's age and the property itself and the location of the property. So whereas if you walk to a traditional bank and you said, I really need $300,000 to help my child with X, Y, or Z, the first question is going to be, how much do you earn? And let's see your documents. Whereas with us, we qualify, like I said, on age, location of the property, and the property itself. So those are very important factors because for clients who've already retired, they don't have that income to get the qualification or the amount that they need. So that's a very important distinction when clients are there to deciding, do they go HELOC or do they go with reverse mortgage?
So can you repeat it again, like who can be qualified for reverse mortgage?
Any homeowner over the age of 55, they can qualify for a reverse mortgage. Even if they don't own a property and they're looking to purchase one, they can use a reverse mortgage for a new purchase as well.
Can you explain more about that?
So let's say somebody sold their property a couple of years ago, but they've been renting. They're deciding, okay, where do I go? Do I want a condo or a house? They finally find the property that they like. They have a substantial down payment to put on it from the proceeds of their previous home. They, instead of paying the full amount out of their savings, they can use a reverse mortgage to cover up to 55% of the new property's value. So let's say, for example, for the sake of round numbers, they're buying a $400,000 condo. We can give them up to $200,000, and then the balance would come from their proceeds of their previous home.
Well, here I think that I will clarify a little bit here, viewers, that to get the reverse mortgage, you got to be 55 years old or over. And again, the loan to value, which is loan against the collateral of the house, must be 55%.
So the maximum, so the maximum you can take is 55%.
Yes, so maximum you can take 55%. So if you put in a number, for example, if a house worth $1 million, you can borrow maximum $550,000. So that is what you can borrow as a reverse mortgage.
Correct, yes.
Good. What if a applicant or a retiree already has a mortgage? How would that work?
So oftentimes when clients come to us and they have a mortgage, we pay out their mortgage from the reverse mortgage proceeds. So let's say, for example, they have a $500,000 home, they have a $100,000 mortgage. From the proceeds of the reverse mortgage, we pay out their traditional mortgage, and then the balance is money they can choose to do with as they please.
So if I understand, then the reverse mortgage lender, the bank, in that case, reverse mortgage bank, they will be the first in position. They're not going to be second in position. So the first mortgage that has with the bank or any other lender has to be paid off in order to get the reverse mortgage.
Correct, yes.
Okay. How much money can I get through the reverse mortgage?
Well, again, our qualifying criteria is quite simple. In fact, homeowners, they can visit our website, simply input their age, the postal code of their property, the type of property, is it a condo or is it a semi, and then the approximate value of their home. And it will give you the option of the amounts that you qualify for. And that's an estimate based on geographically where the location is. So from there, the appraisal is done, and then those numbers solidify a little bit more.
Viewers, we will take a short break, and after a short break, we come back and talk more about reverse mortgage.